Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Executive Cyber Education Podcast. This podcast will discuss, evaluate, and educate on the topic of cybersecurity strategy, governance, risk, and compliance. I'm Dr. B, your host. A little bit about me as we start this journey. I hold a Doctor of Science in Cybersecurity with more than 20 years of industry experience working in various organizations and consulting companies. I have dedicated the last 15 years of my career to cybersecurity and critical infrastructure, and to be very specific, to the energy sector. Additionally, I'm an educator and scholar. I teach a PhD program on subject areas such as operating system security, database security, audit concepts, information security, policy writing, what else? Controls framework, information protection, and threats and countermeasures, among others. I'm passionate about cybersecurity, and I hope you are as well. Why I created this podcast? Well, the answer is pretty simple. However, let me elaborate on my view of cybersecurity governance, risk, and compliance type of role. First of all, every company that I work in the past, the cybersecurity compliance group was a group that you place low performance individuals or individuals that are perhaps cruising to retirement. In essence, if you cannot be in operations doing threat hunting or know the latest of a SIM's capabilities or be a high performance on a red or blue team, you go to the compliance and do some paperwork there, some admin work. Does this sound familiar by any chance? Remember, the signs might be subtle. I'm just adding emphasis to prove a point, but I'm willing to bet that you have a familiar experience in your organization. Cybersecurity strategy, governance, and risk and compliance, type of role. In my view, as a scholar and working in an industry for so long, is an evolution from operational security. I step up, if you will. You move from an SME status such as a SIM analyst, a Tenable analyst, or a firewall analyst, where you have a situational awareness of other SMEs in your area and how their role affects yours directly. However, in my view, when working as a cybersecurity strategy, governance, risk, and compliance, these type of roles, once again, your situational awareness grows exponentially. Let me explain. Not only you will need to have a working knowledge of the operational roles, but also understand how these roles impact the organization's risk register, how strong, weak, or even the lack of security controls. What threats are affecting the organization, from a technical threat such as the latest malware to what state and federal policy might impact your industry. So the scope is broad. You have an understanding how to prioritize cybersecurity investment based on risk, trading cost, value to reduce the risk to your organization. You see, cybersecurity governance compliance role requires much broader skill set. That is not to say that an operational role is less important or more important, but rather a different skill set. Make sure that your cybersecurity governance, risk, and compliance team is strong and capable, because in a future podcast, we will be discussing how to run a governance, risk, and compliance organization and dive into details related to program assessment, control assessment, and risks, just to name a few. Well, this is it for me. Please make sure to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. I'm glad you stopped by today, and I appreciate you for spending your time with me and spending the most expensive current nowadays, time. So see you next time. This is Dr. B, your host. I'm out.